Oh, thank you. Learning for Little People has been in business for, this is our 28th year. It was started by just a group of moms that wanted to have a strong foundation for their children to start off on the right track of education. And it originally started in a house down by Scuka Lake. And I'm not really sure what, I don't know the whole story, but about 5 years in, they moved into this building, and we've been here for, do the math, 22 years I think it's been now. And this building is the original train station for Penticton, so it's a historical building anyways, and we're the longest standing preschool in Penticton, so it's kind of cool to be here. It kind of goes hand in hand. And we always employ ECE certified teachers, and we've had different teachers over the years. Two of the teachers we have right now were with us 22 years ago, and for one reason or another have gone separate ways and created their own families and are now back with us with teenage children. So that's kind of, that's a really cool aspect to our school. We're having some parents who have put their children in who were taught by the same teachers that their kids now have. So it's kind of, we have a lot of...
So what are your age groups here that you take?
Age 3 to 5.
3 to 5?
Yeah.
And how many kids?
Right now we have, we offer 4 classes, 2 morning, 2 afternoon, and we have 75 children enrolled right now, and we can hold a maximum of 80. So we're pretty full.
That's
This is how it lives.
So how often you use it every day for?
Every day. One of the things that we provide at our preschool is group snack. So the kids, they're given a calendar, and in rotation every week a different child provides snack. Whether they're here for the 2-day or the 3-day program, they'll provide it for all of the days in that week. And the teachers make suggestions. They have to be healthy snacks. We try to eat a rainbow, so to speak, so that we eat different, fruits and vegetables and crackers and cheese and whatnot. We also have kids in our preschool that have allergies, so those classes are aware of those allergies so that we can't have those items in here when those children are present. Our teachers all have their food safe, so the food comes in prepackaged. We can't bring in home-baked goods or anything like that. It all has to be store-bought, prepackaged, and then they bring it in to the teachers on the first day of their classes for that week. And at snack time, one of the teachers comes into here, our kitchen, and prepares it. And this kitchen has been here forever. And this is what we have. And having my own daughter here, I one day asked the teachers, where do you prepare snack? And so they either put a cutting board on the top of the stove, or they use this table, which kind of breaks your back, because everything we have is child size, so we don't have regular tables in this place. There's not a lot of room. This was apparently purchased by a board some time ago because they felt it would be a good way to fix the counters, or lack of counter space problem, and it didn't, and drawers have broken, and they've been fixed and broken again, and that's just this is what we have. And beyond that, we have this is part of a storage room, so we have all of our art supplies as well as in that cabinet, but we also have a staff washroom that has shelving in there with more art supplies. And because usually what happens is every year new board members are voted in, and it happens almost every year because most parents sit on the board for 1 year, and when their child goes off to kindergarten they move on as well. And this past year we had an entirely new board. That's rare. Usually there's 1 or 2 people that stay on because their children are staying for another year of preschool, but this past a whole year ago we were an entirely new board of 7 brand new to this preschool people. And at the end of the year we all started to discuss whether you're staying or going, and if you're staying, do you want to keep your position? And we had this big discussion, and out of the 7 of us, 5 of us stayed. And 2 of us no longer even have children in the school, but we felt that we were starting to make a difference, and that's starting to show. And so we wanted to continue on with that. And so that was our thing, is we started to talk over the summer about this needs to look like a kitchen. It needs to become a kitchen. And then one of our board members, Debbie, that was just here, she found the newspaper article and that was very exciting. So here we are now. So it's something we started to talk about, not knowing how we would do it or where we could go with it or whatnot. But it was, you know, like this year when we fundraise, we need to start making a pot for the kitchen, and now we're keeping with Plan B, but we're hoping that Plan A here is going to work out for us.
So you mentioned that you are starting to make a difference. That's why you stayed on. What do you mean? Where did you notice making a difference?
In reading through past paperwork, there has been some years where financially this place didn't do very well, where maybe some board members or some boards, made not so. They made decisions based on the now, not on the future. And that affected this place for a couple of years, and it's 2 years ago we had to shut down. We used to have 2 facilities in Penticton. We had another one up on Edmonton Avenue, but because of low enrollment and the costs of staying open, we had to close that one down. And so this past year, our main focus was to fundraise and also to show due diligence in our spending. We really needed to cut down our expenses and be very careful about what supplies we're buying and what's necessary, and we actually just did our year end and found out that we've made a significant difference over the last year. So financially we're starting to look like we maybe could go on, whereas a couple of years ago it was, you know, we were going down and down, and not only that, but like I said before, with the whole government bringing in this full day kindergarten, there is a demand for preschool all of a sudden. So this year, last year we had 62 children, and this year we have 75 children right now, and there's 2 other children that may be coming in mid-October. So that makes us almost at capacity, and we couldn't ask for any more than that. We can't have more than 80 children, and to be close to that is excellent, and so we just want to keep that going, and we've done a lot of advertising this year, but we found a lot of resources for free and low cost advertising. We have a Facebook page because that's a big thing, and we've done some, like in Okanagan Child Magazine and things like that kind of, the advertising before was just simply an ad in the Herald when it was time for registration, and that was kind of about it. Mm-hmm. And so we have a registrar who's very passionate about getting our name out there, so she's doing an excellent job there, and it shows in our enrollment. So we're bringing the place up, and I work with a group of ladies who love what they're doing, and we're all volunteers, so really none of us have to be doing this, but it's what we do. We're good friends. We'll have a board meeting and maybe go out for dinner afterwards.
Point in your application that you know that you're borderline with even the Department of Health or something like that. Do you know of certain things that cause you to be borderline there?
The big thing is that we do not have a dishwasher, and they are now requiring any, I don't even know the correct term, but because we do group snack, we
sanitize properly.
Yeah, mm-hmm. So everything needs to be sanitized properly, so we would need an industrial dishwasher. And so that would require plumbing and placement, I guess. But we don't have one, and every year when we get licensed, we're on a grandfathered license. Our teachers are food safe certified, and we've been in this building for this long, and so they just kind of let us slide by. But every year it's iffy, and we wonder every year, like, are we going to get through this year? So if we were ever to lose that, lose the use of this, children would then have to bring their own snacks to class, and teachers would not be preparing snacks, and that then creates issues with food allergies, with parents who take their children to daycare, and daycare brings them. It doesn't always work. It just runs into problems. So we prefer to provide group